This is the Rangers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Texas Rangers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
It's the final Friday night of July and another win for the Rangers. They are rolling. They beat the Braves by the final of 8-3, and here we go. Welcome into the Rangers POSTCAST, your team every day, and in our case, your team every single game. My name is Jeff Biggs, longtime host and reporter. Thank you so much for being with us on this Friday night after another Rangers win. And as always, thank you for watching and subscribing the Locked On Rangers podcast and channel. That is where your destination after every single game. That is where you will find the Locked On Rangers podcast feed. And that is where you will find the great work of Bryce Paterick each and every single day. But what a day, what a return tonight for the Rangers. They handled their business. They beat the Braves for their fourth win in a row.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Friday night, and I know it's late, and I want to get you guys going on to your weekend, so let's get right to it. Happy Friday. Hope that you had a nice day off after 11 days off. Welcome back, Nathan Eovaldi, who looked a little bit rusty, but was able to get out of a 2-on, 1-out jam in the top of the first. And then in the bottom of the first, for the Rangers facing Joey, don't call him Carson Wentz, the Rangers got it started a little bit early.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Yeah, I'm going to call that the turning point because, well, I'll tell you why in a minute. But how about another welcome back as well to Sam Haggerty? I've said for 2 months, Bruce, let this guy be the leadoff guy. Good things happen whenever he does. And tonight he led off with a leadoff single to left, stole second base, and then scored on the sac fly from Marcus Semien. 1-0 Rangers. And the reason why I say that was the turning point is because the Rangers are now 44-18 this season when they score the first run of the game. Bottom of the second, Jonah Heim time with the 2-out solo shot to left, clutch home run. Jonah was due, and so good to see him get that hit. It's been, about a month or over a month since he went deep. Great to see. Again, he's due. Hopefully, Kyle Higashioka will be okay and we'll be back soon. But in the meantime, Jonah's had some tough breaks, so good to see him get that home run. 2-0. And speaking of clutch, in the bottom of the fourth, again, Marcus Semien starting it off with a leadoff walk, and then after back-to-back strikeouts, Wyatt Langford delivers the 2-out RBI double. That put the Rangers up 3-0. And how about another run in the bottom of the fifth? Michael Hellman, a 1-out base hit to center, and then my man, slamming Sam Haggerty, drills the RBI double to the left. Corey Seager then follows with a walk. That extends his on-base streak to 25 straight games for Seager. 4-0 Rangers. Tough to see Jacob Latz give up the solo home run in the top of the seventh. Tough to see Caleb Bosley struggle the way that he did in the ninth. But in the bottom of the eighth, the Rangers had some fun tacking on 4 more runs. The bases loaded walk for Jonah Heim. Josh Smith hit by a pitch. Evan Carter, the RBI single. And Rowdy Tellez, the sac fly. 8-3 the final. And as for big game mate Eovaldi, again, I'm just glad to have him back out there. Didn't look like he did in the Sunday before the break in Houston. That's okay. I was not expecting that, but went 5 innings, got the win. And even though his command was just a little bit off, I mean, and it was weird. He was having a hard time literally pitching to the left-handed hitters. He was still able to make big-time pitches when he needed to. 5 innings, no runs, 3 hits, the 4 walks. That's unusual for him, to say the least. But 7 strikeouts. He had the curve working really well. That splitter was still unhittable. And again, he got the win. 4 in a row for the Rangers, 6 of 7 since the All-Star break and on the homestand, and 9 of 11 overall. And oh, by the way, last I checked, after getting blown out last night at home by the A's, the Astros were down 15-3 to the A's in the 9th inning. Nick Kurtz, the big guy, 3 home runs tonight in Houston for the A's. All right, we're going to take our first time out. When we come back, I'm going to share with you the one tiny little reason why I'm not as excited as I want to be, and I will let you know what Jock Peterson did in his first rehab start tonight. We'll do that when we come back. This is the Rangers Postcast. All right, well, have you ever decided at the last minute to head to a ball game with friends or family? Maybe you want to go tomorrow or Sunday to see the Rangers before they go back on the road. Maybe it's game day and you suddenly realize you want to be in the stands. That is exactly where Game Time comes in. It's the easiest way to grab last-minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch, or even invite a bigger group to come with you. Game Time makes that possible. Game Time makes buying tickets fast and simple. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. And they have incredible last-minute deals, clear seat views, and a lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. And again, Game Time is the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for an exciting upcoming MLB game. Again, you want to go tomorrow night to see Kumar Rocker or Jack Leiter on Sunday. Hey, the Braves are only in town this season. Next season, the Rangers are going to go to Atlanta. So if you want to go, you can do that. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code LOCKEDONMLB for $20 off. Download the Game Time app today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Well, this is really cool for me because I get to tell you about Game Day Hugh. All right. Today's episode is brought to you by Game Day Hugh. And so this is the hat that I'm wearing. Okay. This is, and for fans like me, this one, I think, hits the mark. Okay. I'm debating whether I'm going to get RCC or Rangers Comment Crew. But that's why I wanted the red, and I'm gonna make it custom. But the cool thing is, Game Day Hugh makes clean, no logo gear with team-inspired colorways for every pro and college fan base. It's all about letting your colors speak for you. No giant logos, just smart, versatile style that works on game day, on the course, or anywhere in between. And not only do they have hats like this, all right, what about the gloves? Got to get the gloves too, all right? Not just the hats. check out this split shade glove made for the golf course. The perfect gift for the fan who has everything. So right now, you can get 15% off with code MLB15 at GameDayHue.com. That's GameDayHue.com. The code even stacks on bundle deals. So now is the time to load up. Let your colors talk, because colors speak louder than words. That's GameDayHue.com, code MLB15. All right, welcome back to the Rangers postcast. The Rangers blow out the Braves by the final of 8-3. Jock Peterson tonight began his rehab assignment with the Rough Riders on the road at Wichita. Frisco was shut out 3-0. They had storms, and they called the game after the top of the fifth inning. But in that game, Jock Peterson went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. All right. So there you go. That's what happened with Josh tonight, with Jock, not Josh. And my only little bigs takeaway, loving the way the Rangers are playing right now. But before I get as happy as I want to be, I want to see them sink the Mariners in Seattle next weekend. All right. That's it. I'm glad. Look, I know they went toe to toe with the Tigers, shut them down, swept the A's. Awesome. Good start tonight against the Braves. Got to win this series. Hopefully get the sweep. But I want to see them really handle their business on the road next week in Anaheim and the big 4-game showdown in Seattle. All right, let's get to your comments right now. And Alf is leading us off as always. Alf, big 25 for Seager. Heim with the bomb. I'm detecting a pattern. This looks like a playoff team again. Just need to get Bombi to stop swinging at everything. Peagle up. Nasty Nate looking like a right-handed Koufax. I still think we need to give Kimbrel a shot. Hopefully we can get Higgy back quick. Jungle Cat back in top form, and appreciate the RCC. Yeah, thank you, Alf. I appreciate you, and good evening to you, Shirley, as well. She says, great game tonight. Yeah, it was. Again, I know I've said this a lot on this homestand, but I mean it. What I really enjoy about right now is that pretty much everybody is finding a way to contribute in some way. There were, when the team was going bad in the first half, there were so many bad at-bats, so many bad innings, and now the team is just, they're keeping it going and going and going. And even though the game was out of hand, to tack on 4 more in the 8th the way that they did, I know the Braves are bad, but I just like the way that they're playing overall right now. Some of you have added on here a little bit nervous in the 9th. Yeah, but again, Caleb Bosley, how often has he pitched of late? And so, I'm not too concerned. I still think their core good relievers of Armstrong, Garcia, Hobie, now John Gray, Webb did okay. So I'm okay. I'm not really concerned. You would hope that, you won't see that happen very often. When Caleb Bosley or somebody comes in with a big lead, don't mess around, get it over with, and just don't give them any life. Don't open the door. Battle Battlefield Ace says Nathan Eovaldi. The guy is just amazing. And Houdini's gotten out of another one. The shakiest his control has been in a month, and he still manages to lower his ERA. Well said, Battlefield Ace. Well said. Yeah, that's why I've said so long that you see the way that he's pitching, you see the way that Jacob deGrom is pitching. If you're Chris Young in the front office, you can't waste that season. All right. I mean, you can't. You can't. You got to. You got to take advantage, and you have to. You got to try to win it this season. You can't waste this rotation and what they're doing. And so, all these rumors and all these different things that I see about, they're going to trade Adolis, so they're going to do this, so maybe they're going to sell. Come on, we've been saying it now. The only mindset that Chris Young and the front office should have is, how can we improve this team without giving up too much? I mean, that's the key, and what kind of a deal can they make? Battlefield A says, LAM laughing my A off. Poor Simeon, he went through the eighth twice and went down both times. Yeah, that does happen, and that is tough, but that's okay. He got it started with that sac fly, and he got a big leadoff walk, and he's swinging the bat really well right now. Mother Pig jumping in. Next time you cross paths with Dave Gahn, tell him Mother Pig says hello. You got that, Mother Pig. I will. Thank you for noticing that. You heard I had some people comment about my cell phone when it went off, about playing Just Can't Get Enough. I'll tell you, I have some great, for those of you that are fans, Depeche fans. I've said this before. I've been so blessed. God has been so good to me, and I'm not trying to preach to anybody right now or convert to anybody, but if you knew my story and my background, it's nothing special about me. God has just been really, really good to me, and he's known. I've been blessed to have and develop over the years a relationship with Depeche Mode and their great manager, Baron Kessler, and so that's one of my, that's kind of a big thing for me. So thank you, Mother Pig, and I'll talk more about it another night when we have some more time. But looking forward to seeing their new movie coming out in September. Jess 79 says Nate is the most underrated pitcher in baseball. Yeah, absolutely. And again, the fact that he was an all-star snub, it's okay. You know what? If something like that can kind of put a little extra chip on their shoulder, by all means, go for it. I hope it does. Soldier X says, I can't believe we had to bring in our closer with a 7-run lead. DFA Bosley. Garcia has pitched a lot recently. A little bit more. I'm okay. I like him when he's working more, and so I think they'll know what they're doing. But Alf brings up a great point. Alf says, I think Cole Drake might deserve a look, and DFA Garcia. Hey, we'll see. I'm waiting to see if they're going to make that Kimbrel call as well. BB says, was at the game with my folks. Glad they got to see the Rangers win. For a game they attended, the umpiring for this game seemed a little suspect, to be honest. Made the ninth inning scary. Hooray, Jonah Heim. Some many strikes that should have been called balls. Yep, I'm with you. Isaac says, missed the game, but glad the Rangers kept the winning going tonight against the lowly Braves. Yeah, huge game for Nick Kurtz. Oh, he had a fourth one, Alf? Wow. That's awesome. Rangers are on a roll. The real deal says, let's go Angels, beat the beat the stinky fish. Josh Money says, this is getting fun. I agree. It is getting fun. I am genuinely looking forward to these games. Not that I wasn't before, but even more so now. Yeah, fun when your team is winning. Jess says, Jonah Heim time. Kevin Charles says, let's go. Jim Rockford says, yeah. Noah Day says, great game all around, 4 in a row. Sounds awesome. Jess says, I'm a new Rangers fan, but I'm glad I started watching the Rangers and keeping up with them when I did. Yeah, we're good to have, and it's good to have you here. Jess, please keep coming in. Have I heard anything about Josh Spores? No, not yet. I will find that out for you before tomorrow. Yeah, Nick Kurtz, 4 home runs, 6 for 6, 8 RBIs. Woo! Jim says, nice game. Sure do miss Friday night fireworks at the old stadium. Yeah, I think they should open the roof and do the fireworks anyway. Alf says, go with RCC. Thank you for that, Alf. Soldier X says, Mariners have had our number this year. We need to take care of them next week. I'm with you there. Absolutely. Paul Wilson, there's Paul. All we need is Adolis to get going again. I agree. Yeah, Josh, I'll let you know about Josh. I didn't see him in the box score yet tonight, or I haven't seen anything from him the last couple of days, but I'll find out for you tomorrow for sure. All right. Okay, guys. Hey, thank you for being with me on a Friday night. Appreciate it very much. Enjoy the day tomorrow. We'll do it again tomorrow night after game 2, and another opportunity and another chance to shine at home for Kumar Rocker, who has pitched very, very well at the Globe. Looking forward to see him go up against the Braves the final tomorrow night. But tonight, the final tonight, the Rangers beat the Braves by the final of 8-3, 4 in a row, 6 of 7 since the All-Star break. This has been the Rangers POSTCAST.